At the end of last year, my grade had a little graduation ceremony. At the end of the night, there was a bunch of awards given out. Nothing serious, just funny titles. You know, like who's the most likely to never get their driver's license, who's most likely to break a school athletic record, stuff like that. Among these was an award for the cutest couple in our grade. But believe it or not, they had to remove it from the awards. Why? Well, because in the few months from voting to that night, basically every single couple had broken up in our entire grade. Think about that for a moment. Out of all 300 plus kids, all of the couples nominated for the award had broken up in less than 3 months. And for a couple to be nominated, all they needed was a single person's vote from the entire grade. Now, I won't lie, this isn't exactly a random sample. We just went through one of the most stressful school terms ever, and it really did reflect in people's relationships. And that, I think, says a lot about dating, particularly teenage dating, especially when you consider most of those couples didn't even last a year. Personally for me, whenever we have an extended family event, one of the questions relatives ask me the most is, do you have a girlfriend yet? In our current age, there's such a rush. Like, everywhere I look, teenagers all around me date the first person they can. They find one person that says yes, and they instantly cling on to them. And 90% of those relationships don't even last. Simply because they're lacking in a relationship, they take the first chance at one they see. It's kinda like speedrunning a video game. Imagine you're playing an RPG and instead of leveling up, getting good gear, and understanding how the game works, you just grab the first weapon you see and rush into the hardest boss fight. Sure, you have something, but it's probably not the best fit. You're gonna struggle or lose because you didn't take the time to build a solid foundation. That weapon most likely doesn't even suit you. It's like a warrior class trying to fight with a wand. That's why in speedruns, players have a target. They know what kind of weapon and skills they need and why. It's the same with relationships. Instead of developing on themselves, learning what they actually want, and finding someone who truly matches with them, people just rush it. Because they have no weapon, they just take whatever they can find. And unsurprisingly, they get wiped out by the first real challenge. Think about it like this. If you go shopping when you're hungry, then you'll buy what you feel like, not what you need. That's why I disagree with this mentality. I believe there's literally no rush. Like, imagine you're choosing a teammate for a long and difficult video game. Once you team up, you're stuck with them. You see some players who are still figuring things out, beginners with potential but no clear direction. You think they might turn into great players, but you don't really know. Maybe they'll level up, maybe they'll quit, maybe they'll only grind because you tell them to. The truth is, for those players still developing and getting into the game, you can only know for certain what kind of player they'll become when they become that player. However, then you see players who are already on their own journey, actively leveling up, improving their skills, and working towards something. They don't need someone to push them. They're already grinding because they want to. Sure, you could team up with someone still figuring things out, hoping they'll grow into a strong player, but that's a gamble. It's a lot easier to grow alongside someone who's already putting in the work, someone who sees the value in the grind just like you. It's the same for dating. You don't know what kind of person someone will become. You don't even know for certain if they're the kind of person that wants to become better. All you have is little clues and hints at what they might become. That's why it's better to take your time and find someone who's already working towards the same lifestyle as you. Now, I'm not saying you can't grow and learn with that new partner. Of course you can. After all, in this game there's infinite levels. I'm just saying it's a lot easier to grow with someone who's already on self-improvement, with someone who already wants to change their life and become better. But that doesn't necessarily mean they'll want to team up with you. Think of it like this. If you're currently level 5, the only partners you'll attract is partners of level 5 or lower. The kind of partner you truly want doesn't want to date someone so low. That's why you have to build on yourself to reach level 10 first. Because then you'll have a better chance at dating people at level 10. And those level 10 people are much more likely to be on self-improvement, assuming you're measuring their level based on traits that actually matter. Not traits that matter to society, but traits that matter to you. I know it sounds a little weird to look at a relationship in such a logical way, but I believe relationships should be both logical and emotional decisions. Too much of either one simply isn't healthy. Now, once again, like with everything, there's exceptions to this. Because some partners might see your potential, they might see your rapid improvement, or simply the fact that you want to change, and they'll take that risk. They'll trust that you'll keep grinding and become an insanely high-level character. Not just in skills, but also in your actual character as a person. Keep in mind, this is just my belief based off my own experiences. I've never dated a girl, heck, I've never even kissed one. But as a guy who's had a lot of chances to date a lot of girls, this is what I believe. Before I was on self-improvement, my chances with girls was pretty lackluster. I did get some girls here and there, but to use the terms before, they were all lower level than me. Because I was level 2, I could only attract level 1 or level 2. But after getting on self-improvement, people said I had what they call a glow up. I got more attention from girls, some of which I would have previously dated without a second thought. But I understand true value now. You want to choose someone that wants the journey in the same direction as you. Someone who wants a similar lifestyle to you. So unless I see potential for one day getting married, I don't even consider dating the person. For your actionable step, I just want you to think. What defines a high-level partner for you? Is it being on self-improvement? Is it being a genuinely kind person? Or is it having similar goals in life as you? Now there's no need to rush this. Really think about it over the next week. Keep your sword sharp. Bye-bye.